How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. The rotation seems like it's in full swing right now. We are sitting on the Dow going down another 0.5% today. NASDAQ up 1%. S&P is a little bit higher on the day. And growth stocks absolutely took off today. So this has been what seems to have been happening over about the last month and 2 weeks, so about 6 weeks or so. We've been seeing continuous growth in growth stocks. And I think today was really the first day where I felt like the growth sector is back. Like I've talked about this in the Patreon for a little while. We're seeing this rotation back away from some of these more reopening type stocks. And we saw that money, the money that was in the Dow, flow into not even some of the higher growth, or not even some of the higher market cap NASDAQ names, but some of the lower market cap stocks, some of the really momentum stocks. And today is the first day, though, that I felt like this might be here to stay. Like we might not see another huge dip in red. So I'll take you through some of the opportunities I see right now and kind of formulate this a little bit more so you see what I'm seeing. But if you guys don't mind hitting the like button, I appreciate that. While you're down there, there is a link down there to Webull. I think it's a great platform to use. I'll show you it. I'm going to use it here today. It's awesome. Get some free stocks. Just deposit $100. If you don't like it, then you can close it out, get your free money. Also, there is a link down there to Voyager Digital, which is a great place to hold crypto. In my opinion, I actually hold some of the stock and I hold crypto on their platform. They're giving you $25 of free Bitcoin too if you want to try that out. So what we're seeing today, we have companies like ChargePoint, which are up drastically, 10%. Coinbase, up 10%. Partly on crypto being up, but partly for a couple different reasons. Sens, which had a really rough time. Let's look at this one. Let's start looking at some of these stocks a little bit more. Went all the way up to $5.56 at the peak of the market, then fell down into the $1.60 range. Since then, back up to $4.14. Great returns there if you were able to buy that at the bottom. Also, let's take a look at some of these other ones. We have Etsy, which I picked up I think it was after the last earnings call. It fell down drastically and it fell down into the 160 range. I bought it around 170. Now it's pushing up to 200. Now it's not 250 yet, but still 200. We have other stocks here that are all up 5, 6, 7%. We're seeing this day in and day out, it seems like. Now we've gotten some red days. We have gotten some red days, but still a lot of them are coming back. We have bigger tech like Facebook at 355, having a 4% day. And this is no small feat because they are a large market cap. Now, they haven't had the same pain, right? They have not been to the same level of pain, but they did fall to 300. Now they're at 360. I've done several videos, especially after talking about them after their last earnings. I love Facebook. I love Facebook stock. I always regret that I'm not buying more Facebook. I'll be honest. We have Teladoc, which was in the 130 range. I can go through these all day long. We have BNGO up at $7.84 after being down to $5. I think it actually fell in the penny stock range. So I can do this all day long. I can look through all these. We can look at BNGO at $4.30 just a little while ago. But let's take a look at some of the losers. We have Carnival, which is down 7%. Now that might be because they're filing to sell $500 million worth of shares. But we have Royal Caribbean too, down 6%. Marathon, down 5%. So I've been telling my Patreon members about this for a while, that I've been buying into a lot of these growth names, especially when we saw it in May and we saw a lot of pain. And we saw it in March. I was buying a lot then too. I was buying a lot when the market was red. Now, if you guys want to see what I'm buying every single day, especially because it seems like growth is back. If you want to see that, you can check out the link down below to Patreon. We actually have a discount right now if you do sign up for a longer period of time. So if you want to see what I'm buying every single day, you can see that. I'm also giving access to videos a little bit ahead of time every once in a while too. and some other things. So if you guys want to check that out, there is a link down below. But we are seeing a massive rotation. I think people were just way too excited about these return stocks, right? They put too much money in them. They went to too high a valuation, and now they're coming down. And other stocks, let's look at Palantir, which some people have strong feelings about Palantir, but other stocks like Palantir had just been beaten down for months. They went down to $17, $18, and now it's up to $27. So stocks like this, where they actually have a lot of growth coming, as opposed to something like Marathon or Royal Caribbean. Like, you might get a deal for a second, but then if enough people buy in, there's no deal anymore, and there's not any growth. There's barely any growth. These companies are, you can find some lean and mean stocks that are growing too, so they don't have necessarily the debt that Carnival has. So they don't need to raise money just to get by. These companies are going to be the ones that grow quickly. And if you take a look at their daily candle on here, this is a beautiful, beautiful line here. And we were buying at the very bottom on Palantir. I think I doubled my position around the day that it was at its bottom around here. So what is there to do now? What can we do? Did we miss out if we want to buy more? Should we just wait until there's the next dip? Of course, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a stock analyst. I'm nothing like that. I'm just someone that's talking about this. What we can do is we can continue looking for deals and growth. I think the thing is, a lot of people have been buying, right? A lot of people have been buying, and we're not seeing as much volatility. With earnings coming up, it's going to be important to dial in and see what companies are doing, what they did last quarter, and where they're going from now. There are still stocks on this list that I think are undervalued and are going to grow a lot. If we're looking at big tech, I like Google, I like Facebook. I did a video about this a couple weeks ago saying both of these I think will do really well. I still really want to buy Google. I might be buying some Google this week. I would love to buy some. They're growing very quickly. Otherwise, you can look at some crypto-related stocks that I think are still beaten down a lot. I've been buying Voyager. I like Coinbase. I also like CleanSpark. I bought more of them today. Also, there are still some penny stocks that have a lot of momentum. However, I'm not buying them as much. Those are still years out from getting good revenue streams, or they're getting a significant amount of revenue. So I'm not buying those at this point, but you could always look into that. Otherwise, I actually like Tattooed Chef a lot where they are now. Tattooed Chef is sitting around $20. I like them still where they are now. Now, of course, something like Palantir. Palantir could go up to 35 by next month. Who knows? But it is still up 50% from bottom. So there are certain stocks that I'm buying, certain stocks that I'm holding off. I'd love to see a little bit of weakness. Then certain stocks, I'm waiting for their next earnings. I want to see what they come up with before I dive in a lot stronger with a much heavier position. Again, though, I am looking at Disney too. I talked about Disney earlier today in a video if you're looking really long term. So there's Disney. I like Google. I like Facebook still. Facebook's come up 10% since I talked about like a couple weeks ago. I like Tattooed Chef. I like some of these other Bitcoin miners. I like seeing the red. I love seeing pain before I buy because I really believe, and I forgot who said this exactly, maybe it's Benjamin Graham, that the stock market is a way of transferring wealth from the impatient to the patient. I also think it's a great way of transferring wealth from the people that are very emotional to the people that are unemotional. Just my thoughts, just my 2 cents. Let me know your thoughts on this down below. Are we back? Of course, we're going to see red. We're going to see red in the future. I hope we see red. That gives us good buying in prices. So we're going to see that in the future. Let me know, are we back? Are we just in a dead cat bounce? Because a lot of these stocks aren't back to where they were before. Let me know in the comment section. Thank you for checking out the link down below to Webull and to Voyager. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.